Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is International Master Playing Chang, and today I'm going to do a cast with my friend Shredded. He's playing Pentti63 right now. Benoni's best opening. I would tend to agree with Benoni is a good best opening, but not sure how accurate that is because Benoni is very, very tricky. Okay, so this is going to be a Nimzo Indian, I think. What happened here? Okay, Nimzo Indian, and yes, Nimzo Indian, and G5 variation, G6, take. I think after take, I think probably Rook C1 or G3 maybe. I have no idea how to play this line, so I'm not quite sure exactly what Shredder doing is correct or not. But it seems like after C5, Black gets some counterplay in really fast. But the problem here is that Black can't really develop any of his pieces yet. He has to play Rook C8 and then C5, or get this bishop on A6 somewhere first. So I guess Shredder is thinking what to do here. Not even exactly sure how this works. G3? Like, I think G3 has to be right, yeah? So let's see, is he playing? Yeah, so, yeah, he's not lagging. Yeah, he's not lagging, okay. Alright, so he played E3. Not too sure about E3. I don't know theory here, but I'm assuming that if you can't castle kingside, White might not be in such a good shape. Yeah, so C5, this is pretty normal. And I'm assuming that, is White gonna castle queenside? King 2, okay. I guess that's safer. But I don't see any advantage here for White, because usually what happens is White once gets pieces on D file and C file, his rook's D and C. If he gets that, then he does have a small advantage because of the open files. But I guess trading queens is a relatively good idea. And I guess the only problem for Black is that he can't really trade queens, I don't think. I think if he trades queens, then he really doesn't have much here. I think Queen G6 is probably the best move here. You just want to create some weak, Queen G6, then Queen C2, and Queen takes G2. And you just want to create some further weaknesses here. I'm not sure about Knight C6. You're just going to take it, and Rook C1. And White's doing okay here, and Black does have this weakness in the endgame, so this might prove to be the difference maker here. But here after I think Rook C3, White probably has a slight edge because you're gonna have your rooks both on C file, and even in certain cases where the rooks are exchanged, these pawns are gonna be weaker than these pawns because of how it's structured and how the knights can actually just come here. And also, White's king is much closer to the queen side than Black's king is. That's why in that situation, Black should not have just played Knight C6. Yeah, so Knight E7, but this doesn't really change much because, well, he can play Rook C1 here, and I think that's probably the best move. Rook C1 takes Rook C8, King E3, and you're just gonna move your king closer and closer to the queen side. Okay, so C8, King D3. Not too sure exactly if this is going to be enough, but I do know that Black has no winning chances here, and you're pretty much going to have to defend pretty accurately to get anything going here. I guess the key thing is the knight's going to come to D6, and that will stop White from penetrating. So it's pretty important for White to play. I think playing E4, E5 is I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's a good idea. I want to fix this pawn on H6, so maybe H4, H5. Because I just want to create weakness here, so that I'm gonna force Black to defend this pawn. Because in a lot of cases, what's gonna happen is if we exchange off the knights right away, I think that Black should be okay in most cases. So yeah, G4 is an interesting move. It stops H5, and but the thing is though, I really want to get my knight on G4, so maybe E4 instead was slightly preferable. But G4 stops H5, which is key here, and maybe playing F4, F5 could be good. But it's pretty clear to me that Black's pretty much fighting for a draw the whole time, which is not something that you want to do if you're Black. Especially since it seems like Black's opening went perfectly fine. So this is probably a case where Yeah, so knight e7. Knight c6 is probably going to be draw if they exchange off. So I think white's going to have to play f4. And knight e7, knight c6, and f4. Knight d5 is kind of useless because it doesn't really do anything here at all. I think he missed a good chance to play f5. So now after knight g3, or knight c3. Knight c3 is an interesting move as well. Knight e4, I guess. But here I think f5 is good here. f5, I will probably just take it. White's actually a bit low on time. Yeah, so f5, and I think I might just take it or playing e4. F4. Okay, f4. That's interesting. Okay, so take and f5 again, and here I think that this pass pawn on h6 is going to be kind of strong here. So I think that I won't play g5, but I'm not too sure if g5 is a good move here because this pawn g5 is going to be weak. But I guess in that case, if he pretty much wants to exchange the pawns off, it's not going to be too big or too important. Yeah, so e5 and e4, f4, I think, because you can't really get the piece here. Oh, okay. So king e6, king f3, king g4. Okay, so yeah, I get my king there. So if I get my knight to c6, I think I'll just sack the pawns actually. Knight c6, king f3, and then knight d4, king g4. Just push the pawn. I think this pawn is probably being more substantial than the other pawns. Okay, so king b4. Sorry. So I think that here, can I play? I won't play knight d5 actually. Knight d5 takes. Okay, so b4 here, b4. Yep, important move. King 6, king here, and apparently white does seem to have some winning chances now, because this pawn is definitely going to be huge here. If king f7, I think knight d5 is very, very strong. So I think that white managed to get himself to a winning endgame. It seems like. This pawn here on e4 is very useful. Okay, so here, and I guess he wants to get his knight here, which is cool. But g6 takes king g3, unfortunately. So now this knight's stuck. Okay, so pretty much I think that white's gonna have to somehow go for these pawns here. But how exactly? Knight c7, king g6 takes. This might still kind of hard to see, but what I can tell is that this knight's stuck. He has to play f2 in some case and just play king f4. So black can't really do much here except maybe knight c2 here. Yeah, just giving me up the pawn right away. Here I think knight d3 is a good move. You have knight d3, forcing king f6. So king f6. It's forced. So take on f3. Unfortunately, this looks like it's just gonna be draw yet again. Guess might get my knight on g4. It's knight d3. Yeah, so it's gonna be a draw, but Shred's just gonna have to move fast in order to avoid the draw. In order to avoid getting flagged here, because it's quite a dangerous situation here. Knight c6. Fortunately, So yeah, so here, king e2. It's what's going to try and do? Triangulate him. I don't think you can really triangulate him here. So he got his knight. So okay. So no, is he 2? Okay. I'm not too sure what. Oh, I see what he did there. Okay, so takes, and now he's just going to go for draw thing because there's nothing anyone can do here. So I thought that white had a winning edge there, but I guess that that maneuver by black was pretty good, and nothing really happened. So what's he gonna do here? Is he gonna go for a draw, or well, he can take any time he wants now. So I guess he's gonna try to flag him. So that'd be cool because okay, so here knight d3. The funny thing is black should just honestly take the pawn because wow, okay, like wow, oh boy, this is ridiculous. I don't know how this happened. So all he has to do is just avoid losing the pawn, and he will knight g7 and e6. Okay. Oh my God, wowzers! that was impressive. Oh, that was very impressive. I'm gonna tell him right now. That was impressive. Indian cast. Yeah. Yeah. So that's why he's 500 if I admit. That was cool. Okay. So thank you all for watching, and hope that you guys all have a nice day. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys next time.